All right, we're up to number 5, which is why do we dress up? Why do we have clothing? What is this all about? So, when we want to understand something according from a Jewish perspective, always try to look at the first place where the concept or the object is mentioned in the Torah, in the Bible. So, the first time it speaks about clothing is actually when Adam and Eve ate from the forbidden fruit, and they became naked and became embarrassed. And it says that God made clothing for them. That first they took the leaves from the tree and to cover themselves, and that God after dressed them up. So the first thing that we have to ask, like, why are we even embarrassed being naked? Speaking in general, but the idea is that the real self, originally we were divine beings. We were beings that were full of light, full of spirituality, and when we sinned, when we made the wrong choice, we lost that shine that we had, that light. That was our garment. Our garment was that light that surrounded us. It was representing our greatness. So the fact that we feel ashamed when we are naked with the other people is because it's a reminder of the fact that we lost something, we lost our greatness, and we are constantly trying to catch back, to get back that greatness. And when we dress up every day, it's a reminder that we're here to fix something. We're here to gain back the original clothing that we have, and therefore we have to ask ourselves, okay, like, what's my mission in this world? What's my role in this world? Most people don't pay really much they don't use their garment necessarily for their mission, but we are very aware that, when I want to be a businessman, I'm dressed as a businessman. If I want to be a rabbi, I'm dressed as a rabbi. If I want to be a hippie, I'm dressed as a hippie. Why do all hippies have large pants and flowers in the hair? And because that's what they represent. That's their mission. So when I wake up in the morning, from a Jewish perspective, I'm reminded that I'm here to fix something. I'm here to have a mission, and my garment represents that mission. The problem is most people don't know what mission they have, and they have to look inside themselves, figure out what they're here for, why they exist. And as Jews, we're supposed to be a light into the world. We're supposed to be role model, and the garments play therefore a very big role. If I'm looking for a policeman, and if he doesn't have his uniform, then it's going to be very hard for me to look for him and ask for help. So same thing as a Jew. If I don't have my Jewish uniform, or at least some symbol that I'm Jewish, then I'm not going to be able to be a light into the nation, which is our mission. I'm not going to be a role model. People are not going to know that the reason I'm acting like that is because of my Jewish values, because of the Torah. So as Jews, we're supposed to be out there, not necessarily go out there, and we're not here to preach or anything, but we're supposed to act as role models, but be recognizable. So a woman has to find a way to be dressed in a way that she's recognizable as a Jewish woman, and a man has to dress in a way that he's recognizable as a Jewish man, that we have here for a specific mission. So again, clothing can do two things. One is reveal the inside. I am a Jew. This is what I want to be. I'm here to change the world. I'm a businessman, and therefore I'm going to dress like that. This is my inside. This is what I want to represent. And we use clothing to show to the world who we want to be. That's what we dress. Most of the time we dress for other people. Tell them, hey, this is who I am. This is how I feel about who I am. Or a lot of people, on the contrary, they use garments to hide who they truly are. And that's very dangerous. That's a dangerous, and it can be very misleading. People who are not comfortable with themselves, And sometimes there's a lot. Sometimes you have Jews who look very religious on the outside, but inside it's completely dead, and that's very unhealthy, and it can create a lot of resentment. People look at those religious people who behave in a way that is not according to the Torah, or like any uniform, a policeman or you know, musician or whatever it is, that I dress a certain way, but really they're not ready for it, for the uniform. So, or they're hiding themselves, trying to be what they're not. So we have to be aware of all those things. So when we wake up in the morning, think, why am I dressing? Who I want to represent to the world? We're supposed to be humans, beings of dignity. And actually the whole concept of modesty for men as much as for women is all about, how do I want to be looked by other people? As an object, or as a human being, as a soul, as someone who is to change the world, as someone who has a mission. Think, I want to dress because this is the message I want to send people. This is my mission in this world. This is what I want to represent. This is the difference I want to make. As a Jew, that's a very important question to ask oneself. And before one decides to put a kippah, one has to make or dress, as someone who represents holiness. As a Jew, one has to be very careful and think twice that one is ready for that. Also, a last point is, it mentions that in the Talmud, that if someone knows he's going to sin and do something bad, then he should take away his uniform and go sin in a place where nobody's going to recognize him, because otherwise he's going to give the wrong image of what he's trying to represent at that moment. Now, sometimes clothing helps protect ourselves. Because I'm dressed a certain way, I represent that. Then how can I lower myself and do things that not dignifying? So it's a double take. In one sense, it's supposed to help us. On the other side, I have to make sure that I don't do the wrong thing with that uniform and disrespect the uniform, so to speak. All right, hope you enjoy dressing up tomorrow morning.